This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Jade Empire. The last episode, we continued talking to everyone and going up the ranks of the arena, but lo, we were stopped dead in our tracks by some traps. Nasty things they were. Yeah, I've beaten those before, but I don't know why. I just got a bad run there, and I was doing pretty well avoiding them, and then just boom, I got hit with one. So in today's episode, we're going to keep going and steer the course towards the future. Luckily, we can just do the matches as many times as we need to, because there's no...
I want to hear that.
I mean, I guess there's a game over, but not in this case. So we can just keep doing the thing.
Next,
so,
you're going to step
all right, the Pit of Pain. Let's see if we can do this better. But yeah, I had the idea of solving it before, but that was like one of those things where you figure out like right after the fact. You're like, oh right, I could slow down. I've got a time machine. No, I can, use focus to avoid it. And since all you have to do is avoid, so that'd probably be the best way to go. But yeah, I was doing okay, and then like at the very last little bit, I think it's just you lose. I lost focus there for like a brief second, and then boom, and they all kept hitting me. Ran out of key to heal and all that other stuff. So
only the quick survive.
Right. Really just gotta,
embrace.
because I forgot they don't. Most of the fireballs don't fly in like a straight line. Like they'll kind of follow you depending on. Well, at least they'll try to head towards your location, and yeah, you don't want to get in the middle because the things, the spikes, yeah. Because then it's like, oh, are you gonna go for the center and just dodging that way? Well, screw you, hippie. Oh, screw you, hippie. Anyway, yeah, the last bit is where it kind of gets a little tough. Whoa, oh. And obviously, one time using the dodging mechanic. Well, actually, the dodging mechanic. Oh, crap. Oh, come on. Yeah, luckily we're almost done with this bad boy. Man, you get hit once with the. There we go. Yeah, see, it's not hard. It's just, I just, like I said, just didn't pay attention for 1 second. And luckily you don't. As far as I know, your reward doesn't really become less or whatever for losing. So I mean, obviously bragging rights or whatever, but I mean, it's not like it's like I said. I mean, there are a few instances in this game where it can get a little difficult, but overall, if you know what you're doing, you should only game over in maybe a couple of spots, which I have shown already because Although I think that's just because in some areas I went there before, the game probably expected you to, so it probably expected you to have higher levels and more HP and all this other stuff. Like, heck, the spirits fighting in the gravesite.
Fantastic! A test of speed passed with exceptional celery. Now
Your sudden and polite silences are always appreciated, Qui. I have a message for Raging Dragon. Kylon the Serpent has, as promised, been watching you intently. You have impressed him so far, and he is interested to see how you fare in your next match. The Serpent foresees your victory in the next match, and he has backed his prediction with silver. He sincerely hopes that his faith in your skills was not misplaced. That is all. If you will excuse me, I have some people who need to be spoken to.
well, I'm certain that won't be a problem for you. Did you have a question for me?
Celery, huh? Is that what you think I've been doing here, Qui? No. By the way, if you lose the next fight, there's no like, oh, you screwed me out of my silver. Nothing like that happens because you're technically canon-wise, you're not supposed to lose at any point. You just keep winning, even though you can lose. So, I've tried that before a long time ago, and yeah, nothing came of it. But all right, so we gotta win. So the serpent has been watching me, eh? Yeah, so you get the same amount of money, a bit more experience. Do you have anything to say, Iron Soldier dude?
Looks like you're still walking after that last match. Too bad. I'm sure Kana will fix that once you challenge her for the division champ.
Alright, nothing there then. That's it, because I pissed everyone off so much, nothing's come about from talking to anyone else, so, alright, well, I guess we'll just keep going, so, alright, what's the next,
I want to hear that you're...
What's the next thing we're going to be doing? Yeah, I guess so.
Yes, your next fight. there's been a bit of a change in plans. Not that it will affect you too much, of course. It's all part of the traditions of the arena, you see. I have word that you're going to be facing a fighter especially chosen from the guild, you see. As soon as you're ready, you'll be facing him instead of a normal match.
That seems a bit early in the game to be throwing your hired goons at us. Hired goons? Ah! No. Who do you originally see as my opponent? Why would the guild have any say in who I face? Can you not have that man face someone else? Yeah, exactly. Can you not have their man face someone else?
No, I can't, actually. The Serpent, who's the guild's chief agent in this place, has specifically requested you.
Well, I mean, you could, but Kui is afraid of his life and his fingers and his knees and toes, Okay, we can ask him the other thing. Who do you originally see as my opponent?
I was originally thinking that you'd done well enough to face Crimson Kana for the Bronze Division Championship. Things change when the guild is involved, though.
The guild? Dun dun dun. Let's see very well. Why would the guild have any say in who I face?
The guild's the organization that controls the betting here. That's not all, though. Kailan the Serpent has a lot of influence here as well. I have to bow to certain pressures. I don't like it that much, but smart men don't voice that opinion too loudly. Not around here.
Smart men? You mean cowardly men? No, I don't think that in real life. Just my character does. Farrell will do this, man. Yeah, I really don't care about them influencing my matches personally. Let's see what it says. I refuse to let them influence my matches here.
A noble and ultimately meaningless sentiment, my friend. Regardless of what you wish, I have to give in to certain pressures. And you will go no further than this match if your pride is so offended. Are you ready to get started?
Well, there you go. But it's basically the game saying you can't do this side quest, or you'll have to do the other Inquisitor to get inside the Lotus Assassin's place. So I don't mind that much. All right, yes, let's begin.
Excellent. Follow me, and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Excellent. All right, so we're gonna fight one of their goons or thugs or ne'er-do-wellers or vandals, or I mean, they're all not the same meaning, but you know, I just like naming off other words and meanings and stuff like that to keep my mind sharp. Although I don't know, I think my mind has slowed down over the years. I think I'm just not reading or expanding my mind as much as I used to, and I'll admit, working and where I work, there's really not much time for that.
Many of you are asking yourselves why the Serpent would return to the ring. Am I not retired? Yes. But does that mean I do not care about your entertainment? No. You've all seen the fury and the intense focus of Raging Dragon in the ring. Now, it's time to put these abilities to the test. And so, the Serpent gives you a real spectacle. Have your silver handy to place your wagers. I give you Evil and Terror incarnate.
Damn, it's a toad demon. I can't use my... Wait, I can. Oh, never mind. I forgot you could... I keep forgetting that you can use weapons on them, or at least certain types of demons, but anyway. It's magic I can't use on this. Okay, we're just gonna shoot the crap out of you. Actually, I can only really get maybe a handful of shots before I... gun. Nothing beats gun. Good old gun. It even beats demons from hell. See, told you Mirabelle beats... I should make that a video. Instead of Luigi does nothing, Mirabelle does everything. Oh, no. That'd be pretty boring, wouldn't it? It'd just be a person, just every single fight in Jade Empire after getting Mirabelle, just pressing A to beat them. I'll admit Mirabelle isn't as helpful. Well, it's actually helpful almost close to the end. There are a few fights at the end that are basically like, hey, you probably should use regular fisticuffs or maybe your transformation or magic instead. But for a long time, if you beef up your... I haven't even beefed up Mirabelle to max yet. I eventually, sometimes I do, but I kind of hold off on using all my points on Mirabelle because I might maybe want to build up my martial arts.
That was an exceptional fight. I haven't seen demons in the ring before.
Yeah. Wait, never? Well, couldn't handle a gun, so goes to show you. I hope this proves my skill to you. Why wasn't I warned? I don't like surprises. From now on, I want to know what I'm fighting and why. I mean, technically my character doesn't care about that. I mean, like I said, he cares about his skill. But I just like choosing the pissed off option all the time. I don't like surprises. From now on, I want to know what I'm fighting and why.
I understand your concerns. We wanted to test the demon against an exceptional fighter, you see. I'm convinced that you deserve a shot at Crimson Kana. Your victory has sealed the deal. That reminds me, I was asked to instruct you to talk with Lucky Cho before your next match.
Why? Did he finally change his game a bit or something? He'll have to wait. I'm ready for my next match now.
I understand, and it is never my intent to impediment your progress. That said, Lucky Cho is not a man I can ignore. Go, speak with him now. The sooner you do, the sooner I can return you to the ring.
Fine. We'll go talk to the Lunky. I don't think no one still says anything new, right? Yep. We're still boorish. Still a douche. Do you say anything new?
Looks like you're still walking after that.
Okay. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Alright. Alright, let's go talk to Lucky Cho. Or are you going to give me my money because of the silver on it? I did win you some good old hard fashion. Ooh, who's this? Sweet Poison Lynn? You are sweet, my dear.
I don't know you, but you're in here, so I know you're not common street trash. I hope for your sake that you have enough silver to warrant my time.
Alright, that's usually the reaction I get from ladies in real life. Sad troll face. No, I have enough to keep your interest. My person is my own concern. Whether or not you get any silver depends on what you have for sale. Well, I mean, that's pretty much true. Whether or not you get any silver depends on what you have for sale.
You're not half bad for a man. You're in my good books as long as you have the silver to stay there. Sweet Poison Lynn's my name, and I trade in rarities of a magical nature. I guarantee I have something you need.
Maybe I'll have something more interesting than acupuncturist? Nah, she has an interesting thing, but I don't remember what she has. Where do you find your wares?
I have my sources. Some of them rich, some of them poor, and all of them very concerned with their privacy.
You're one of those people, eh? One of those rogues, ne'er-do-wellers. When do you run your shop back here? Do you ever worry about this much magic in one place? Are these stolen goods? Do you ever worry about this much magic in one place?
Do you have any idea how much magic the arena itself holds? These walls have seen more than you or I can imagine, and there's enough security for me not to worry.
Are these goods stolen? I mean, it's obvious.
These fine wares may have changed hands a few times over history, but that's the nature of such things. If you're that worried, don't buy anything.
Oh, no, I was just curious. I mean, more just for interest in the long run. Why do you run your shop back here?
What the Imperial bureaucrats don't know won't hurt them. First they decree wind maps off limits, and now there's concern over magical artifacts.
Well, I mean, that's the same in any place, you know. Magical items. Yes, it's the same in D&D. Do you have any idea why these restrictions are in place?
Certain items have always been considered questionable, but enforcement has been more strict in the past few years. All I really know is that the restrictions have done wonders for my customers' tolerance for raised prices. What more could I ask for?
It's the same as prohibition or any other thing where if you prevent people from getting it, people will find ways to get it. Let's see. Wasn't there like another... Whoops. Where's that? Yeah, could it be that your goods are stolen?
Perhaps, but there's more happening than a simple crackdown. Who can say though? All I really know is that the restrictions have done wonders for my customers' tolerance for raised prices.
Oh, yeah, you said that already. All right. What do you got?
Magical enhancements and knowledge. Have a look at my wares and see for yourself.
Let's see, inferior word gem. Yeah, we get something like that eventually. Same thing with that. Same thing with that. Same thing with that. Same thing with that. Ooh, here we go. Ah, this is the style I was thinking of like a long time ago. I'm not sure what she has here if you start out with 1,000 cut style. It could not be anything, but I doubt it. Martial style. This style can complete a harmonic combo. 1,000 cuts is aptly named, though the style does not involve blades. A master of the style relies on numerous light strikes in quick succession instead of singular punishing blows or thunderous kicks. Most opponents reel under such a relentless assault, unable to counter fast enough to find an opening for their own attacks. It's a bit of an expense, but I'll take it. Yes. I actually like this style. I don't know why. I think it's just I'm a fan of anime moves where you like punch a crap load of times or whatever. All right, let's. I think this is the move. I actually start building up for once. Unlike throughout the whole game, I've been putting like no points towards my like combat style at all, which is dumb to do. You shouldn't do that. That's probably why some of like when I do my regular attacks, that's probably why it doesn't seem like it's doing a whole lot because of that. But I don't want to put a lot into it. But for now, I mean, really, if I had the choice, I'd probably just put them all into Mirabelle. But yeah, we'll do that just to make it. Whoops. Just to max out its damage. Alright. I think that's all we'll go for now. I don't think she has anything else.
What do you...
No, she didn't.
I'll...
Well, sorry. You're only a one-time thing. Happy Endings the Courtesan. Don't even ask, viewers.
Aren't you a sight? I am Happy Endings, famed courtesan, and it is a pleasure to greet you. Especially such a fine figure of a man. So many men are made soft by city life.
You're talking to the wrong lady, Master. That's the waitress over there. You know, the one with the wine?
I would love to chat with you and learn more about you, but alas, I can't. I'm on exclusive retainer with the proprietor of this place, and he does get so jealous. Farewell, gorgeous.
Man, multiple ladies in this place that are on retainer by like powerful men. Is that supposed to tell us something about this game? No. I guess Kylon the Serpent got pretty lucky with the naming of this lady. And really, I mean, when you think, I guess technically courtesans are not what you think they are. At least not in the official sense, like in Japan or China or whatever. Do some courtesans go all the way? Yes. But that's not generally what they're supposed to be, but you can look them up. I don't remember the exact detail, but I mean, if anything, that you could call them a form, just female entertainers or guides or escorts or whatever you want to call it. But I mean, like I said, some are like that, but not all of them. But anyway, hello.
Go on, don't bother me.
Welcome to Corneria. I like swords. Welcome to Corneria, or in this case, welcome to the arena. I like fists.
You have no reason to be here. Go on.
Hey, I am the master of all of my domain. I have the reason to be anywhere. The sturdy door cannot be opened at this time. Now without my fist. Oh, anyway. All right, let's talk to Lucky Cho. What do you got?
Before you face Kana, I'd like to present you with a mutually beneficial arrangement.
I do like mutually beneficial things as long as I'm not getting stabbed in the back. Or if I'm doing the stabbing, that's fine or whatever. Who else is benefiting from this arrangement? If you're offering, I'm not interested. Who else is benefiting from this arrangement?
Fortunately for you, my employer, Kylon the Serpent, has a vested interest in your success against Kana. This is Sweet Poison Lin, a master of the Toxican arts. Lin, this is Raging Dragon, the fighter we discussed.
Your introductions are unnecessary, Cho. I know this one personally. I trust you'll consider this discussion private and potentially very beneficial.
I forgot what she says if you talk to him before her, but yeah, she says that basically because we already talked to her already. So Well, I know to be discreet, especially with my style. Why is this foul poisoner here, even though we just talked to her? I don't like the tone this offer of yours is taking. Go ahead and tell me what you have to say.
Crimson Kana's rise to Brown's division champion has been good for business, but she has become troublesome of late. She believes that the Serpent runs the arena with little concern for honor, and she's right. The problem is that she cares.
Oh, it's always the problem. It's like if they care about it, that's the issue. If they just grumble about it, then who cares? What does that have to do with me? She is a fool. She thinks something this large would not be corrupt. Wait. Oh, yeah. She is a fool. She thinks something this large would not be corrupt.
This place is not corrupt so much as open to interpretation. The Serpent and I believe that Kana needs to be stopped. We want you to replace her as the Bronze Champion.
Well, okay, but I want to keep going on. That means I would be stuck. Yeah, go on, or I was wondering when you would come to the point.
It should be a simple matter to slip a slow-acting but extremely deadly poison into Kana's drink before the match.
Ah, weaken her, even though I could beat her really easily. I've got a gun, you know. I'll not be party to murder. Well, I did piss her off, and now she disappeared. You've seen it. She's disappeared from the level after I did that to her. There's no talking to her, so it doesn't matter, but I'm waiting to hear the catch.
I would say you would be unable to lose this match unless you were to drop dead yourself. What could be easier? When Cho approached me regarding this matter, I felt that it might be in the best interests of the Greater Guild if I were involved.
If you accept, the guild will cover half of Lin's usual fee. The remaining cost would be roughly half of your winnings from defeating Kana.
But I want to keep all the money. But if I don't, that doesn't mean I get more. I don't get Discord points or whatever. What if I tell the authorities about this? I will not dishonor myself by resorting to poison. Let's do this poisoning or take away my silver. No, that's too much silver for something I could do on my own.
If you're that sure, why are we still talking? You want to cheat for the thrills?
This is mutually beneficial. Why worry about silver? For charm, intimidation. Well, that's the one I'm going to use, but forget lowering the cost. Lynn said this might be greater good of the guild. Intimidation. How big are the bets on this match? Can you afford leaving it to chance?
You're going to make this difficult unless I make this easy, aren't you? Fine. Only 1/4 of your winnings will be deducted, if you accept, that is. Will you go ahead with this? Do you have the will to take your advantage?
Understood. Since you decide to be reasonable, you have a deal.
Excellent. Your payment will be reduced for Kana's match, but I'm sure Kui knows better than to ask too many questions.
Kana will prove an easy foe under the influence of my concoction. Simply wait her out if you wish.
Do not simply wait her out. Face her, fight her, and put on a show. Our business is concluded. It is time for you to leave.
I mean, that's really the only way to get Discord. If you choose to just fight without cheating, I don't remember if you get Harmony. It might be based off that, but since I'd rather not pay them the money because I can beat her easily. That's not the issue. It's just I want the Discord points, you know.
Do not hover around me like a curious dragonfly. People will be suspicious enough when they see Kana in the ring.
Hey, don't threaten me, man. I've got a gun. Who needs courage when you have a gun? What do you do here?
Every time an event like the arena occurs, some people enjoy adding a certain edge to the proceedings. When those people feel like investing in a particular fighter's chances, Lucky Cho is the man they want to see. I handle the vast amounts of silver that pour through this place, and I collect when people fail to meet their commitments.
Ha! Lucky Cho, Mark. Lucky Chode. Oh. I wonder if people ever made that joke before. Is there any way I can participate? Amazing. You managed to make a petty bet monger sound half respectful. Yes. Even though that's probably not the... Amazing. You managed to make being a petty bet monger sound half respectable.
Watch that barbed tongue of yours. It could come back to snag you. My role here at the arena doesn't really concern you, since fighters can't benefit from bets. I will come to you if something else comes up.
Basically, if you chose how can I get on that, you would have said the same thing. Except for the snide remark I gave him. Do you have a moment for some questions?
If you want to bother someone with inane queries, I suggest you speak with Kui, the promoter, about the arena, or the tavern keeper about the city. Those two will have more than enough time to waste on you, I'm sure. Now, was there something important you needed to ask?
Anything I say is important, but whatever. I don't need anything else from you.
Good. Only come to me when you have business to conduct. I'm not here to debate philosophy or discuss the conditions of the weather.
Well, me either. I've already been to the Scholar's Garden. I think that's the joke of him saying that, is because that's what they talk about at the Scholar's Garden.
What do you...
Oh, I guess she has nothing new.
I'll be here.
Right. And I guess she's supposed to be a guild member. That's probably why she's here. Or, I mean, I guess a lot of them are guild members. But, you know, she's specifically a guild affiliate or whatever it is. So, all right. Well, and I don't think anyone else would have anything. Do you have anything to say, Dr. Allen? Or?
Away from my table. These tools are for healing, and they do not need your tape near them, poisoner.
Oh yeah, I forgot that if you choose to take Lynn's, I don't know. I think you can still buy stuff from her and be fine. But if you actually go through with, which I don't know how she knows about that. That's supposed to be a secret, right? I think she's supposed to say that after the fight with Kana, but she says it before that for some reason. That might have been a glitch in the timing or whatever. But yeah, if you take the deal, you can no longer buy stuff from Dr. Ann. Luckily, I already bought the stuff from Dr. Ann. Or Dr. On, or however you pronounce it, so that doesn't matter now. I assume no one else has anything. Nope. Okay. Alrighty, righty. All right, Kui, we got our poison. I mean, our deal out of the way. Yeah, what that's the stuff. All right. Yeah, I can do this fine. I was checking my time. I always like to not go too super. We were asked about that, so tell me about my next fight.
Until the guild stepped in, I was ready to give you an attempt at the bronze division for your last match. Now it's time. Are you ready to face Crimson Kana, the finest sword this august arena has seen in 5 generations?
What does that mean, dude? An August? Augustus Gloop? Augustus Gloop. Augustus Gloop. Not a really big fan of the remake of that movie, but some of the songs were kind of catchy. Yes, let's begin.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Kana's going to realize that a gun is more powerful than a sword. Like a pen is, you know. And poison. Poison's going to help with that too. But like, the fight isn't really that hard to cheat. Like I said, if you like either basically, I mean, it's not like you can't get Discord from every other spots in the game. It's just I'm just trying to do like a full, like, I guess I haven't hit Discord with every single choice. I'll admit there's been a few decisions I made in the game that didn't give me Discord because
a challenger for the bronze division, Crimson Kana must fend off Raging Dragon.
You can tell she's already weak. Okay, she was almost dead already. Wow. It was pretty. That was a fight, folks. Yeah, you could see, if you couldn't tell, you could see the main character smiling when she falls over, presumably dead. Maybe that's why that's why her model disappears when you're a dick to her. It's maybe the game assumes you're gonna do the Discord route at that point, so it's like, just get rid of her model. It doesn't matter. But yeah, that's when Dr. Ann is supposed to find out you use poison. So it's kind of weird that as soon as you choose the poison option, Dr. Ann says, well, I don't want to deal with you anymore. It's like, dude, you haven't even found out that I did that in the first place. Wasn't that supposed to be a secret? But I still like this game and everything. There are a few little issues with this. Maybe I'll talk about that more whenever we get to the end game, which is still quite a while off.
Kana's winning streak has been broken at last. Dr. An has already pronounced the poor girl dead. The doctor wouldn't say what killed her, though. I suspect a weakness of the heart or some such. It will not look good that she collapsed when fighting you, but your record has been strong enough to both avoid and pervert suspicion.
Haha, pervert. Well, I guess technically that's true. We did pervert the arena, but yeah, then Dr. Ann's supposed to say, you know, poison or whatnot. So, yeah, the problem. Did you notice that, like, like the change in tone of his voice is because I think he says the first thing no matter which choice you do, but then the second part he has to say she died. And you could tell he's not saying the same lines incongruent with each other too. It's like, okay, what do I say if she's still alive, or what do I say if she's dead? You know, it's one of the few times you can tell that there's a disparaging between like one sentence to the next. You know, people just don't switch like that. You know, usually there's kind of a trail into it. Anyway, crowd loves the fight. I think it was worth some extra silver, don't you think? I should have... Wow, what a way to just take advantage of the situation, dude. Yep, well, why not?
Come now. The arena works on a strictly regenicated payment system for the fights. There's no way I can give you extra.
You're too savvy a businessman to not reward your star performers. Charm, intimidation. I'll make... let's see, that's the one we're going to... Oh, we can forget. Intimidation. I'll make it easier for you to fill the seats. That means nothing to you?
I mean no offense. It's just, I see your point. Here, take this, and don't tell the others. Now that that's settled, what else can I do for you?
Alright, let's, I think, what's my time at? Yeah, we're... Okay, let me back out.
When you walk the streets and hear your name among the crowds, be sure that your ego does not swell like the body of 11 gaping maw, god of inopportune gluttony.
Yeah, too late for that nonsense. So, looks like we finally hit the bronze championship, but if we want to get the executioner on our side, we've got to hit the silver. Keep going up and up and up. If we need a hook, crook, or cheat our way to the fight, we're going to do it, even though we have a gun, which I guess is cheating in the long run. So, will we continue up the silver ladder with the help of Kai and the Kylon and the serpent and the guild? Or will we be forced to do this all on our own like we've always thought? Find out next time in the next episode of Jade Empire. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.